Hey everybody, this is your pre-Sunday sermon, primer, Devo. Anyways, hey, looking forward to our time of worship together. And for our text this Sunday, we're going to be finishing up in Luke chapter 18, taking a look at the story of the triumphal entry of Jesus into Jerusalem in that final week, the beginning of the final week leading up to the cross. And I love the story of the triumphal entry. We're going to have fun digging into it. And you remember this, that Jesus sent his disciples on ahead to collect a donkey that he was going to, the foal of a donkey, a colt that he was going to ride into the city of Jerusalem. And when they were going to collect this animal, Jesus told them, if anyone asks you what you're doing, just tell them the Lord has need of it. And it happened. The owner said, hey, what are you doing with my colt? And they said, the Lord has need of it. And he said, okay, fine. And off they went. And the Lord rode this colt, the foal of a donkey, into the city of Jerusalem in the triumphal entry. Now, I think about that. I love that. It's like the Lord has need of it. Wouldn't you like the Lord to say that about you? Hey, I need you. The Lord has need of you. And I was thinking about that. I want to give you three reasons or three ways to just think about how can I be prepared for the Lord to say, hey, I have need of you. I want to put you into work in the kingdom. I want to put you at work in my service. So here's three ways. Well, the first one is this, an undivided loyalty. One of the things about that colt that Jesus says is no one's ever ridden it. That colt's never been ridden by anyone else. And I was thinking about the heart. The heart has to be like that. You know, the heart can have many affections, but it needs to have an undivided loyalty if it's going to be used by the Lord. And unfortunately, we can't say about our heart that it's never had other loyalties. But I would say this, work on having the loyalties of your heart right. Say, Lord, I want to have a heart that is undividedly loyal to you so that when you say, I have need of you, my heart is prepared and ready. The second thing is this, is patience. It's kind of funny in the scriptures the way the Lord uses donkeys to be used in the kingdom. I think about Balaam rebuked by a donkey. I think about this story, the triumphal entry, the colt, the foal of a donkey, a colt being used in the triumphal entry. And it's like, it's easy to say, hey, I want great things for myself. But look, we're just all donkeys, so to speak, in the eyes of the Lord. We just want to be used. So don't seek great things for yourself. Just be patient and say, Lord, I just make myself available. You can use me in whatever way you want. You can say you have need of me and I will serve. And the third thing I want to say to you is just this, and that builds off at this point, just be available. Be available for the Lord to use. Be ready to jump when he says, I have need of you. And, you think about in the scriptures, different people, we kind of have this thing, well, it's like, I want to do great things for the Lord. But there's lots of people who serve God who just did one thing. They're mentioned one time in the Bible and God used them. I was thinking about a funny one. How about Yael? She took a tent peg, she drove it through a guy's head and killed him. She was used by the Lord for what was going on in their situation. Or how about Ananias in the book of Acts? The only time we read about him was this. God sent him to Paul to lay hands on Paul. The Lord said, I have need of you, Ananias. And Ananias was put into service. And so this Sunday, be reading ahead, Luke chapter 19. We'll look at the story of the triumphal entry. And we'll see this story of the colt, the foal of a donkey being used. And we want this to be us. We want the Lord to say, I have need of thee. I have need of you. Let's be ready. God bless you. See you Sunday.